Good morning, carnivore friends. It is, August 1st, I think. Straighten my hair out. It's been raining this morning, and I did my chores in the rain, and oh well, I'm a little mess, but who cares? I'm at work now, finally. Got in about 15 minutes ago. I am a bear rugger, so I work for a taxidermist. So there will be, I'm sure, a lot of questions about taxidermy, but all I do is the sewing. So I sew the ruffles and the backing onto the bears and make them look really nice. Somebody else does the tanning, the head work, all of that. I have a very specific job in here, and I don't go beyond that. So today I am back on carnivore. I am addicted to carbohydrates. I am addicted to the whole act of eating. It's so hard. I'll do great for a week, maybe even a month, and some stressor will nail me in the ass. I'm very honest about this. I would love to not have this problem, but it is what it is. Someday I hope to break the habits. My car, the tank of my gas is full, so I can actually leave my purse at home tomorrow. No money makes it a lot easier not stopping at junk food. So that might be the thing. I'm working here tomorrow, and then Friday and Saturday I'm working for a leather shop. He has some shows to go to, and he needs somebody to run the shop while he's gone. Basically, I make belts. If somebody needs a belt, I can make the belt, run the credit card machine, make people think I know what the hell I'm talking about. Just somebody to be there in case he needs it. So that's Friday and Saturday. I haven't done this in a couple years, but he wanted me to come help. Sunday we'll probably go to an auction, but we will see. I also repair and sell vintage sewing machines. So if we go to the auction on Sunday, I'll stop and pick up a sewing machine from an older lady. She was my very first customer when I started. She gave me the benefit of the doubt, and I will do about anything for this lady. And I know this machine works. It hasn't been ran for 2 years, but I serviced it. I did all the repairs on it. I gave her the table for it, and she wants to sell it to me now. So if we get in that general direction with a pickup, we'll pick that up. This is going to be a lot about my life besides carnivore. How much can people talk about food? Obviously a lot. But this is going to be the ups and downs in just my life. A lot of people just talk about their lives, right? So I'm going to turn the phone around, and I don't know, this can't last very long because I am at work. Can't really move bears around with one hand, so we'll get the basics going on here. Last count, I'm 145 pounds. That's carb loaded. So over here, we used to have a cutter machine over here, but it died. So over here, I have my little cooker. It works like in, what do you call it? I used to have a New Wave. It's just like it. Works like an air fryer. It's a convection oven with a blower. Got all the necessities. When this salt is emptied out, I don't like the taste of the salt when it's emptied out, though I will bring my red mints in. I got a full dozen eggs from the farm. My butter, egg cups for the cooker. I know I have no good place for that, so that's just where it is. The machines I use, my tables that I use, sewing machines, always fans because the AC here is awful. So we're going to get into this really quick because I am completely good with hunting, butchering, all of that. Most hunters take the meat, they eat it themselves, or they give it to somebody. Animals do not go to waste when they're hunted. Absolutely do not. We raise our own meats, and my husband hunts, and that also, we butcher it all ourselves. So I know how the process works. And most, like these bears, Most of the bears are eaten by somebody. Either they eat it themselves, the hunters, or I'm just grabbing this pin, or they give it away to somebody. I know people think it's awful, but if somebody shoots a bear and leaves the meat behind, and it still feeds something, it still feeds the coyotes, the foxes, all of that, other bears possibly. So even the big game hunts, in Africa, we don't get the meat from that, but the locals get to eat the big game meat, and the locals get the money out of the hunting because the safari hunters, they pay a lot for that. So the animals are hand-picked, who you're going to hunt, what you're going to hunt, and it's controlled, or it's supposed to be. Let's go with that. It's controlled. My bosses just got back from a big safari hunt. I think they themselves shot like 4 or 5 animals, and they took, I think, 30 other people with them. So there was a lot of animals, and the locals get the funds, get the money, and the locals get the meat. I'm working on him. This will be turned under in the end. It's just a clean look. So, back to carnivore. Hi, my name is Jackie. I am a carb addict. I'm a carbaholic, and I imagine addictions, I don't know, they probably run in groups. I also have ADHD, which tends to lead to addictions because we go all in or all none. I stress easily. Damn, I'm good. I'm looking at a bear. I stress very easily. And my gut reaction is to go get junk food. Here at work, if I stress or my anxiety gets up, I know I can leave whenever I want. And it's relaxing to drive the couple miles, like 3 to 5 miles into town and get junk food. I know I can. I can easily stay gone for an hour, whatever. I clock in and out here. So I can stay gone for as long as I want or need. And doesn't matter because I still get my work done. So the bosses kind of let me have free reign. If there was an issue, somebody would say something. But it's not ideal for me to leave. It's just not. I don't like clocking out because then, I lose an hour's pay. So I don't like to do that. But if I'm stressed, that's what I want to do. I want to clock out. I want to go to town and get junk food. So we can't be having that. That is a problem. That is why I need to go back to leaving my purse at home. My bosses are actually on a diet plan. I don't remember what it's called, but they sell food, pre-packaged food, count calories. It is keto, lower carb keto, low fat, I guess. So they are in a carb deficit, but it's kind of an expensive setup. It's worked for them. I think at this point, they're back to their own food, not buying the stuff from the company. They've learned, the idea is you buy the stuff from the company, then you learn how to make that stuff yourself. Sorry. That's the idea. I'll put the phone back here. So they are back to, I believe, cooking for themselves, but it's a lot of lean meat. I heard something about a tenderloin the other day, always salads. I cringed at that, but whatever. They're just like the rest of us, just trying to figure shit out too. They do some kind of a shake. It's supposed to be optimal. I don't know. I don't do well with shakes, so I don't know. Anyway, it's expensive. But that's what they're doing, and they're losing weight very well. I hope I overheard a conversation the other day the boss had with somebody on the phone. She wants to get to 160 pounds, and she's like 175. She looks great. She wants to get to 160 pounds and hold there for a while, which is a great concept, because she has to learn how to hold her weight. You know, and a lot of us can lose weight. The problem is keeping it off. We all know how that works. Yeah, my phone's swinging around. I am working. I won't go home today until this bear is done. And he will be a very lengthy bear, so that may not work either. He will take a while. He's just going to be a longer bear because of the leather. Oops. Here, let me switch. Because of this leather, I mean, it's going to look great when it's done. This, you won't see this. It'll curl around and just show the good stuff. Just the roll is what you're going to see. But it takes a long time because I snip all of it, all the way around the bear, just like this. I snip it all the way around, and then I go with the hot glue, and I glue, roll it over, and hot glue all of that down. Snip it and hot glue all of that freaking down, and it is very time consuming, but you want it to lay properly. So that is what I do. And this bear, unless I stay super late, I won't get him done today. So that's okay though, because I can finish him tomorrow. I'll go finish him tomorrow because I'll be coming in tomorrow. I work 4 days a week here, so I'll finish him tomorrow, and I hydrate and stretch another bear on Thursdays. I have one on the table that I stretched. I hydrated him Monday, but he had a problem that had to be fixed. So I prepped him for stretching, and he got fixed Tuesday morning, and then I stretched him Tuesday right after I come in because the girls already did their job and got him fixed. An ear broke. I found it. It turned out it was a new girl that had done it. It was her very first bear that she installed the head into. And, you know, I caught it. Her and somebody else fixed it. Not a big deal because it was caught. I am the last step in the process. There is a girl that paints the faces after I sew on them, but they come back up here. And she checks them over too, because she checks my stitching, because I am human. But she checks them, blows them out, makes sure the coat's nice, and then I go over them again after she does, and make sure everything's perfect, clean them up, whatever way else needs. So, yeah, this is my job. It's not overly stressful, but my anxiety does get the best of me. Oddly enough, I feel my anxiety in my gut, and this is going to sound weird, but my rectum. I feel like I want to poop. I don't need to poop. I'm not constipated. I don't need to go. But that's where my anxiety starts to feel it, physically feel it at. It's weird. I don't know if anybody else is this way, but it is weird. But I am very high anxiety. Apparently one of the bosses made a joke the other day, and it did not go over well. Another boss, here I'll switch the phone around. One of the bosses wants to make hats with patches. I don't think I have a patch up here. So anyway, he wanted a sewing machine that could sew the patches onto the hats. These are leather patches. This machine is powerful enough, but it's not designed for it. It wouldn't pull it through because the hat is curved. So he told me to find one. Well, I found one. I found one. They paid my husband and I to drive to southern Missouri, so it was it would end up being 6 hours on the road, but we had truck problems, so it was 6 a.m. to like 10:30 at night. It was a long day, but we got her. You don't see these very often. These are called patchers. That's what their design is. It's a pedestal, so you can just kind of run, and it's got a roller, so you can just run the hat, put the hat, you can move the hat around easily in even the curved areas, and the roller keeps pressure on it. So even the curved areas, you can stitch them. She does need a different motor because this motor is an old motor, and they're really good, but I need something to go really slow. Not that I'm a bad sewer, but on a leather patch, you're going to see my black stitching, or brown, whatever color we end up going with. It's going to be visible, and it's got to be perfect. So I need this machine to go slow. And it's only a 2.5-inch strip before the corner. So this here, it either zooms or it stops. There is no half in between. You can't back up and fix it. You're screwed if you overdo it. You're screwed if it jerks you sideways. You're just screwed. So this was a treadle. The table is a treadle base. To an old 127, I think. 27 Singer, I think. That's what the inside table looks like, because it had the drop pan. That's what I think it was. And then they put this here other table on top with the machine and put a motor under it. So it's kind of a rinky setup, but it's wired good. The motor is actually good. We just need a different motor. This is, I've repaired sewing machines for years, so this is my cup of tea. I got her going. Boom, boom. We're in business. Anyway, one of the other bosses is actually the son of the bosses. It was a family-owned business. He told me the other day that it was a piece of shit. I'm like, what? No. And he had me upset because I thought his mom was mad at me for bringing this thing home. He had me very upset because she said it was a piece of shit and causing all kinds of drama, as younger men will do sometimes. I don't know. He said he was screwing with me. But anyway, I didn't take it well. And I asked the husband if she was mad at me for going to get it, for bringing this thing home. And he says, no, she's not. So now it is dubbed Jackie's piece of shit. And that is just the joke going around because I got so physically upset over it. It's been apologized, told it was a joke. I don't think it was actually a joke, but whatever. The boss is ordering me a new motor. The kind that we're getting is very controllable. And that's what we need, nice and slow and controllable. So what I'm doing is just trying to, this bear is big, so I've got to put 2 layers of this padding on it, and I got to cover its feet with padding and just cut it along the edging. I definitely see what I did wrong. I don't know how I'm going to freaking fix it. That's going to be interesting. Anyway, so today is going to be kind of boring. It's my first day back on Carnivore. I don't have a problem with day 1. Day 2 tends to be a problem. Y'all want to see what I have over here? ibuprofen. I have lower back problems. Caffeine pills. Half a pill 3 times a day. Usually, sometimes 4 times a day for my ADHD. It helps dramatically. Yes, I'm addicted. I'm aware I'm addicted, but I also don't want to go through withdrawals. Dawn dish soap, because you just can't have enough of that shit on hand. And I gotta wash my cooking stuff. And sodium pills. Because you always gotta have electrolytes, right? Everybody knows I keep this stuff on hand. The boss actually has Tylenol, so like my hip is severely out at the moment. I hurt. So if it gets really bad, I will take ibuprofen and Tylenol. So this is, if I have to drink a bottle of water, this is the only brand I'll drink. Ice Mountain. I got a little left down there. When I'm off plan, I tend to drink the low sugared Monsters. I think I have these 2 left. I will finish them up, and that'll be that. I will drink Diet A&W. I try to aim for just 1 a day. As long as I drink it after my first meal of the day, so like with lunch or after, it doesn't seem to affect my blood sugar. So this ear had popped loose, so the girls had to take the hide partially off of the mount, so the head is actually fake. They had to take that off and put new clay in there, and it's definitely hardening. I can't push it with my finger. So this bear is stretched and sewn up, and I maybe somebody cut him wrong originally. Yeah, they cut this big old chunk of hide out, and that would have been a lopsided bear. So I have extra hide. I stitched it in there, and yeah, it ain't gonna be a perfect match, but we spray paint the light areas where there's no fur. We spray paint that, and it will look tremendously better when I'm done. Unfortunately, my extra hide comes off the back end of a bear, like back here. So it's thicker fur. It's thicker. It's a little longer, but we'll do the best we can. I wasn't the one that cut this off. We didn't cut this off in the tannery. That was the mistake of the hunter that cut the hide off the bear originally. It happens once every few months. I get a bear like that. Or they will accidentally cut a big old chunk out of the shoulder. Then I have to find hide and fix that. And that's hard to get it to match in a big enough chunk. Probably my biggest problem that I have is on both sides of the ribs. They will cut out a big chunk, or just bring it up really short and bring it up so the bear has a narrow rib cage, and nobody wants a bear with a narrow rib cage. So I have to do a lot of work with that to get it. See, he's still lopsided. I'll even him up tomorrow, but he's still lopsided, and he probably always will be. I don't know. I'm not perfect. Not perfect, and that is really the scene of the day. I am not perfect at all. At all. Okay? I try. I do my best, but I'm not perfect. I wish I had left more material on this. Really wish I had. That sucks. Wish I'd left more material. Lesson learned there. I was trying to conserve leather. I don't think it's real leather. I don't know, because it's got this stuff on the back. I don't think it's real leather, but I don't know. I was trying to conserve it. Instead of making 4-inch strips, I made 3-inch strips, which sewed down fine. Went on fine. This is 4-inch. But then now I'm seeing why we would do the 4-inch. It would give me extra material. It would stick out farther. So when I rolled all of this over, I could hot glue it down to the bear hide. See, I have very little to actually glue down now. So this is going to be a problem. Oh, the joys of life. But I really do like one of these. In a year's time, this is the second one I've done. So it is what it is. I'll do my best. So I have the eggs, and I have a thin T-bone in the fridge. So that will be my lunch today. I'll probably do 2 or 3 eggs with that T-bone. Of course, I have my butter. I'll cook them in here, in these little things. And I have way up here my other tray, because that one is actually too high, actually. I'll cook it, these down low. And my Dawn dish soap, once a week, I clean that out. So it's really easy to do. I don't even bother to tinfoil it anymore because it's so easy with hot water and Dawn. It just comes right out. Nothing actually burns down. It's just drippings. So it cleans right up. Once a week I just clean that up. I don't know. Oh! Hi. Startled me. She's usually in here before me in the mornings. I don't know what happened. People just run through. That door goes outside and down the steps, which goes usually out to the buildings in the back. Yeah, it must be, everybody else must be here by now. And they just run through. Yeah, I see the boss. All right, gonna get off here. Everybody have a good carnivore or keto day. I'm not against keto either. Keyovore is a good option for a lot of people. Everybody have a good keyovore, carnivore, keto day and just low carb. Try to break the bad habits, and I'll see everyone later.